Hello, everyone. Hope everybody is doing well. Well, I have been talking about an issue where the media and lots of people have not been reporting because a lot of people don't see it. It's done in a very invisible fashion. But finally, there has been news articles out there that have been actually been exposing the truth. And that is the issue with gas prices. Now, this guy, as you can see right here, this guy, Avila from AAA, I've tried to message him about doing something, but he hasn't responded. Like a lot of these people, they just seem to accept the status quo, even though they're interviewed as experts. So basically what's happening is, along with the state of California, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah, and perhaps the entire Western region, as you can see right here, is overpaying for gasoline. You see the lowest prices on the east and the highest prices along the west coast. And what's really going on? Well, I can tell you that, as you know, California refineries are having an impact not only in the gas pumps within the state, because remember, the fact is that you've got like 80% of the gasoline that is provided by 6 refineries, and I believe that's purposely done so they can shut down one refinery and then jack up the price overnight, which affects our stations too, believe it or not. And they supply a lot of their gasoline into Las Vegas. And so let's take a look at this article. So I have been asking many people to report this, and finally they are. Now the question is, will this actually stop, and will there be an investigation as a result of this? Las Vegans are paying $1 a gallon gas prices in Oklahoma as they are waiting, and there's a chance that they may not see them. We can get to the $2 mark, but the reason why is because a lot of our gasoline is coming from the Los Angeles area. And then you have to also understand is that, well, we are 89 cents above the average price where we were a year ago. And that average was $2.81, but yet we're still about the same in terms of average price nationally and here in the United States. $1.89 gallon in Costco, I pump in that gas station many times. So you could see right here, they can say, oh, well, you know, you've got the gas tax here in Nevada and all that. Well, yeah, that's certainly important. But remember, a lot of it comes from Southern California. And whether you argue there's refinery manipulation where they purposely shut down the price, or they do price fixing, where you have 3 major oil companies that rig the price and they charge different prices among branded and independent stations, you have to keep in mind that you may also argue that those higher standards that California has put on fuel also impacts nearby states. So let's take a look at the prices here in Las Vegas. So they start at $1.89 and they go up to, well, basically under $2. Many Costco and Sam's Club station. By the way, about a couple of weeks ago, Costco had like an 80 cents difference between the most expensive station, which is usually Chevron. So you can see how there's like a tug of war, how the manipulation goes along, how Chevron, Shell, these guys are rigging the price of gasoline. Look at this. We are average price at $2.38, while the national average is $1.74. And remember, the national average is being jacked up because of the Western region. And then you can go down here. Well, basically, they end up at $2.91. Again, that's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. But you can see there's many in the 240s and 250s. So they have dropped down their price, but not enough. Now, many people say, well, yeah, well, there's taxes and taxes and taxes, obviously in the state of California. Well, let's take a look at this. In California, you now have gas, the lowest price, that's actually cheaper than us. Cheaper. That's right. It's cheaper than us. And guess what? I guess you could say if it's all taxes, then if they're charging $1.59 or $1.89 in Bakersfield or in Escondido, which is in San Diego County, well, why can't they charge at least $1.58? Well, what does that tell you? There is rigging, there's manipulation going on. By the way, California seemed to have a much better relief. They fell $1.30 from a year ago, while the national average fell $1.10. Meanwhile, as you can see here in Las Vegas, we fell about $1, but the national average fell about $1.10. So now California isn't a whole lot more expensive than we are, and yet they have far more in gas taxes. Now let's take a look at other states, because this is just California and Nevada. Phoenix. Now, as you can see right here, Arizona has the 5th lowest gas taxes in the country. But as you can see, Phoenix is not paying $1 a gallon. They're paying $1.79 as their starting price in Costco, as opposed to $1.89. So they're only about 10, 15 cents cheaper. I thought taxes was a very, very large part of the equation. Guess what? It's not. You would think they would be substantially lower. But as you can see here, Phoenix is paying certainly much above the national average. Now, it used to be Phoenix and Houston used to have very similar gas prices, but they're not, because a lot of their gasoline is coming from California. And as far as I know, I'm not sure that Maricopa County has an extra tax or a standard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but even if there is, it should not impact gas prices by 30 or more cents. And then you take a look at Tucson. Let's take a look. And as you can see here, Tucson is paying way much less than, well, obviously Phoenix, about 15 cents. So this is because I believe they get a lot of their gasoline from New Mexico or from Mexico itself. Now let's take a look at this other state. I'm about to visit this state in about an hour or two. Utah. And my friend who runs the channel, Bull, Boom, Bust, Repeat, we've talked about this. I hope you're watching, and I hope you'll do a video about this. Their gasoline prices start as $1.14. Not much different than the lowest price in the country. But then again, why are they paying above the national average? And their gap has grown. It used to be 10 cents back in the day. Now it's 30 cents. Let's take a look at fuel taxes. As you can see here, Utah does not pay the highest fuel taxes. It only pays 30 cents a gallon. And remember, this is significantly lower than many of these other states like North Carolina, many of these other states that pay far less lower prices of gasoline. So California is even rigging states that are not bordered by itself. Now, these prices are very low. Let's go down the list right here. Look at this. St. George, Utah at $2.79. Why? So as you can see here, southern Utah is being manipulated. By who? Chevron. Chevron runs many of these refineries in California, and they're usually the most expensive station. So it tells you, along with Shell, they're being rigged by California. So people in Utah and Arizona and Nevada, I think they should really start waking up. And by the way, Utah has 85 octane, if I could remember. I'll check it out in about an hour or two. And you can see here in this heat map, you see literally the blue and the purple is in the Great Plains states, in the Midwest and the South, but not really so much in the western states. I know Colorado, Wyoming, and New Mexico has got some because they produce oil, but look at this. Idaho, Montana, it's not looking good, and it's certainly not looking good for Washington and Oregon, although keep in mind that those states have higher taxes, especially in Seattle. Seattle is, again, among the most expensive in the country. So what do you guys think about this? Now, let's take a look at Wisconsin. Wisconsin is paying 75 cents, and it's from a Shell station. Now, Shell stations are among the expensive here, but they're not in Wisconsin. So it tells you it's likely that Shell is manipulating the gasoline prices in this part of the country. Now, let's take a look at the gas taxes of Wisconsin. As you can see here, I believe that's a state where Steve Sisolak is actually from. And by the way, I'll make a video about him later on. It's about 32 cents, 33 cents. How much is in Nevada? 33, 34 cents. So we have the same gas taxes, but they're paying more than $1 less than we are. Folks, this is absolutely crazy. This is manipulation. This is ripoff. I believe this is violating many antitrust laws. I think it's very, very important out there that you spread this video. We've been gaining a good amount of subscribers. We need to report this. We need to pass bills in our state legislature to demand fuel from other states, and we need the federal government, particularly the Department of Energy, to investigate this. I believe the president has talked about gas price relief in the state of California last year. So, and as you know, it affects our stations as well. So we need to do investigation. We need to spread this video as much as you can. Talk about this. But you see, this is the thing, folks. The oil companies know that these higher taxes can basically be used as a scapegoat, even though it is a factor for these regional price differences. But in reality, it doesn't cover the 100% difference of the prices. So the oil companies can basically secretly put extra gouging efforts, and people don't really know. And people don't have the time or the guts to check these differences across the country. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much. Please spread this video. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe.